We were not saints or saviors, just two hearts out of place, carrying unspoken stories, written softly on our face. We had both known hesitation, we had both rehearsed goodbye, but something in the way you stood made me wanna try. Not because the road was certain, not because the stars aligned, but because your eyes were honest and your trembling matched mine. Courage isn't loud or fast, it's choosing love despite the past. When we were brave enough to love, we let the armor fall. No promises of heaven above, just honesty and all. Every scar became a sign we had survived the climb. When we were brave enough to love, we rewrote time. There were nights of doubt between us, questions hanging in the air, moments when the weight of fear was heavier than care. But instead of turning silent or retreating into pride, we learned the art of staying when it hurt to stay inside. You held my shaking arguments, I held your fragile truth, and slowly we dismantled the defenses of our youth. Love is not a perfect art, it's a steady beating heart. When we were brave enough to deciding they were enough. When we were brave enough to love, we chose the harder road. We carried hope like fragile glass, but never let it go. And even if the years grow loud and try to test our love, I'll remember who we were and who we still are now. When we were brave enough to love, we became more than afraid. We became the quiet proof that fearless hearts are made. Night is falling soft and so, like every word we never spoke. Your shadow lingers in this room, like perfume on my coat. The city hums outside the glass, but here it's only you and I. Even silence has a sound when you're close by. I don't need the lights to glow. I don't need the world to know. When your silence speaks, it tells me everything. In the quiet between heartbeats, I can hear your ways. No promises, no grand design, just your hand holding mine. When your silence speaks, love is alive. The candles flicker golden low, like memories we let unfold. Every glance across the table feels warmer than before. Your laughter barely leaves your lips, but somehow fills the air. Every breath you softly take pulls me there. I don't need the stars above, I just need this kind of love. When your silence speaks, it tells me everything. In the quiet between heartbeats, I can hear your words. No promises, no grand design, just your hand hold a line. When your silence speaks, love is alive. Stay, don't say a word, let the strings say what we heard. Every note is falling slow, like a truth we always know. No rush, no need to run, we already have begun. The night is quiet once again, but I don't feel alone. Your silence still is speaking, like it's home. The night is falling. The night is quiet. When your silence speaks, the night is home. The night is falling soft and slow. The night is quieted once again. The night I feel alone. Your silence speaks. Your silence still is speaking. Like it's You walked in with winter on your coat, cold air clinging to your name. In your eyes, a quiet fire, soft and unafraid. The world outside was rushing fast, like it always tends to do. But time leaned back and held its breath. The moment I saw you, there was no lightning in the sky, no orchestra in view, just something slow and golden pulling me to you. It's the shape of your warmth resting close to mine, like a harbor in the evening after restless tides. No need for louder words, no need for grand design. It's the shape of your warmth fitting into mine. You speak in careful melodies, half laughter, half disguise, but every fragile honesty is shining in your eyes. Your fingers brush against my hand like they're afraid to stay, but every quiet second begins to drift our way. No fireworks, no sudden spark, just gravity and light. Something steady growing in the hush of night. It's the shape of your warmth resting close to mine, like a harbor in the evening after restless tides. No need for louder words, no need for grand design. It's the shape of your warmth fitting into mine. Stay a little longer, let the silence speak. Let the trembling in our breathing find the words we seek. We don't have to promise more than what is true, just this quiet constellation, me and you. It's the shape of your warmth holding through the dark, like a candle in a window, like a quiet spark. No storms can undo what's slowly intertwined. It's the shape of your warmth written into mine. And if tomorrow changes what tonight has found, I will still remember the shape of your warmth. There's a moment just before two hands decide to meet, a fragile breath suspended between retreat and heat, a question in the air, a tremor in the skin, the distance between two heartbeats before they both give in. I felt it when you looked at me, like gravity had grown, pulling every guarded thought into the unknown. Time slowed into a single thread, hanging where no words were said. In the distance between two heartbeats, we chose to fall instead of flee. In the silence where doubt retreats, you reach for me, not with promises too loud, not with fireworks in the crowd, but with steady honesty in the space where love could be. We have both known shattered nights where trust was thin as glass. We have both held fragile truths we were afraid to pass. But something in your careful touch felt different from before. Not hunger for a fleeting spark, but something deeper at the core. Like two rhythms out of sync, learning how to align, finding harmony inside an unexpected design. Not perfect, not immune, just brave beneath the moon. In the distance between two heartbeats, we chose to fall instead of flee. In the silence where doubts reach, to reach for me. If love is just a narrow bridge above the rushing doubt, then let us cross it slowly with our defenses laid out. No racing toward illusion, no running from the pain, just standing in the fragile space again and again. In the distance between two heartbeats, we found the courage to believe that even broken melodies still have a room to breathe. And if someday the rhythm shakes and fear begins to speak, remember how our love was born in the quiet between two heartbeats. The map between our cities is folded on my desk. 1,000 scattered highways across my lonely chest. Your voice through quiet static is softer than before, but every syllable you breathe feels closer than the door. We measure time in phone calls and flights we cannot take, and whispered I miss you, that neither of us fake. Miles don't measure us, they only mark the ground. They cannot chart the gravity where our two hearts are bound. No ocean wide enough, no sky too vast to cross, because love is not a distance, it's a promise we emboss. Your sweater by my bed, still holding traces warm, like proof that something steady can outlast any storm. We speak of ordinary days, of coffee and of rain, but underneath the simple words is everything unsaid. There's courage in the waiting, in choosing not to run, in trusting that the sunrise will meet the same shared sun. Miles don't measure us, they cannot thin the thread that ties your midnight thoughts to where I rest my head. No border drawn on paper, no ticking clock can sever, because the space between our hands is filled with us forever. I love you in the present tense, not someday. Don't measure us, they only test our fire. They bend but never break the quiet of desire. No distance can diminish what patience has refined, because love is not a map, it's where your soul meets mine. The miles may stretch between, but they don't pull apart. The compass always points straight back to your heart. Speak in storms or silver thunder. You don't promise kingdoms in the sky, but in the way your hand finds mine in winter, I feel 1,000 reasons why. You don't chase the light of crowded rooms, you don't need the loudest flame, but when your eyes rest softly on me, the world forgets my name. In the quiet between our breathing, there's a language only we can hear. The way your silence speaks is louder than the rain. It wraps around my fragile heart and washes off the pain. The way your silence stays face tomorrow in small gestures. A coffee left beside my bed. The softness of your steady presence, more than any vow we've said. We don't need the fireworks burning, or roses falling from above. We build forever out of whispers, brick by brick of quiet love. In the stillness of the evening, your heartbeat feels like home. The way your silence speaks is louder than the sea. It tells me I am safe with you, exactly as I'll be. The way your silence holds when daylight fades to blue. There's poetry in every pause between my heart and you. If love is not a shouting fire, but a candle in the dark, then let us be that tender glow that never falls apart. No echo, no performance, no need to prove or show. Just two souls leaning closer in the quiet afterglow. The way your silence speaks will follow me through years, through every trembling doubt, through every hidden fear. The way your silence stays is everything I seek. Forever I will listen to the way your silence speaks. Lightning from above, just quiet bricks of patience stacked carefully with love. We argued over little things, we learned to disagree. We stumbled through misunderstandings, searching how to be. But every crack that threatened us became a place to start. Instead of building walls apart, we built a wider heart. No blueprint in our hands, just faith in where we stand. We built a sky between us, wide enough to breathe, high enough for broken wings to dare again to leave. Every fear that once confined lost its shadow in the light. We built a sky between us and filled it with our fire. Mornings thick with silence, heavy as the rain. Moments when the past returned with its familiar pain. But instead of turning distant or retreating into pride, we chose the harder courage to remain side by side. You taught me how to listen, I taught you how to wait. Somewhere in that gentle space we rewrote fate. Love is not a perfect view, it's choosing what is true. We built a sky between us. If someday clouds should gather and doubt begins to rise, remember how we stood before with trembling but open eyes. We are not untouched by storms, we are not immune. Oh, we have learned to see the stars even in monsoon. We built a sky between us, stronger than before. Every wound became a door leading to something more. Now even when the night is long and hope feels paper thin, I look at you and there is our sky within. The night is falling soft and slow, like every word we never spoke. Your shadow lingers in this room, like perfume on my coat. The city hums outside the glass, but here it's only you. Even silence has a sound when you're close by. I don't need the lights to glow, I don't need the world to know. When your silence speaks, it tells me between heartbeats, I can hear your wings. No promises, no grand design, just your hand holding mine. When your silence speaks, love is alive. The candles flicker golden low, like memories we let unfold. Every glance across the table feels warmer than before. Your laughter barely leaves your lips, but somehow fills the air. Every breath you softly take holds me there. I don't need the stars above, I just need this kind of love. When your silence speaks, it tells me everything. In the quiet between heartbeats, I can hear your wings. No promises, no grand design, just your hand. We always know. No rush, no need to run, we already have begun. When your silence speaks, it tells me everything. In the quiet between heartbeats, I can feel you breathing. No fireworks in the sky, just the way you look at me tonight. When your silence speaks, love is alive. The night is quiet once again, but I don't feel alone. Your silence still is speaking like it's home. There's a street I rarely walk now, though it hasn't moved an inch. Brick and ivy, quiet corners, still untouched by time's slow pinch. A cafe with a wooden door that sings when pushed inside, where we once hid from heavy rain and let the hours slide. The table near the window still catches evening gold, and in the grain of polished wood our younger hands still hold. Some places do not disappear, they simply keep us near. There's a place your name still echoes in the silence after sound, where laughter lingers softly long after you're not around. Space and made it overflow. I thought that time would dim the light of what we used to be, but memory is stubborn, it rewrites history. Not perfect, not unbroken, we stumbled more than once, but even in our fractures there was something we both loved. You were never just a season passing through my sky, you were the quiet architecture behind every why. And even now I feel the trace of your breath in empty space. There's a place your name still echoes. If love is measured not by length but by the depth it leaves, then ours was carved in bedrock beneath the autumn leaves. And though we chose different roads where separate futures simply learn to transcend. There's a place your name still echoes through the chambers of my chest, not in sorrow, not in regret, but in a tenderness at rest. Every step I take from here carries what we knew, because the place your name still echoes, still quietly echoes you. When the city dims its silver lights and windows close like folded prayers, I sit between the quiet sighs of midnight hanging in the air. Your fingers trace familiar across the silence on my skin, as if the dark itself designed a place for us to begin. No thunder, no applause, no grand parade of stars, just your heartbeat next to mine, undoing who we are. When the world goes quiet for us and every restless sound dissolves, I hear your love in every breath, like something sacred, unresolved. No noise can break this fragile hush, no doubt can pull us apart. When the world goes quiet for us, I finally hear your heart. The coffee's cold, the candles low, but neither one of us complains, because the warmth we've come to know is not the kind that flames explain. Outside the rain begins to fall, sad percussion on the glass, but in this room it's barely small compared to what we have. No fireworks ignite, no spotlight finds our names, but in the dark our shadows blend, and nothing feels the same when the world goes quiet for us, and even time forgets to move. I feel your whisper like the echo of your heart. When the world goes quiet for us, and every restless sound dissolves, I hear forever in your breath, like something fragile yet so strong. Let the chaos fade to dust, let the silence start. When the world goes quiet for us, that's where I keep your the city dims its silver eyes, and when the city too, with 1,000 fires, when the world goes quiet for us. Velvet rain on Sunday, tracing silver down the glass. You stand beside the window, watching hours slowly pass. Your sweater smells like cedar and distant autumn air. You turn and catch me staring like I wasn't meant to care. But love is not a quiet thing. It trembles when you breathe. Stay with me through velvet rain, through every joy and every pain. Let the thunder roll outside while we let the world subside. In this room where time is slow, where only tender moments grow, every drop that falls today washes all my fears away. The kettle sings a fragile hymn, steam rising soft and white. You brush your fingers over mine, electric in the light. No orchestra could ever match the rhythm of your heart, beating steady close to mine, refusing to depart. If storms are meant to test the sky, then let them pass us by. Stay with me through velvet rain, and if tomorrow breaks the spell and pulls us into separate wells, remember how the rain once knew exactly how I felt for you. Stay with me through velvet rain, through every loss and this quiet serenade will echo long after the clouds have rolled away. There was a room inside my chest where shadows used to live, curtains drawn on every hold, afraid of what love gives. I wore my comb like armor plate, polished, cold, refined, every smile carefully shaped to guard a restless mind. And you arrived without a storm, no thunder to declare, just quiet steps across the floor, and gentleness laid bare. You didn't force the door apart, you simply stayed inside the dark. And that's where the light learned to stay, not blazing wild, not burning away, glowing soft against my skin, teaching my broken heart to begin. Every fear I tried to hide slowly loosened at your side, in the hush of what you gave. That's where the light learned to stay. Tomorrow in my hands, like reading sacred lines, not promising forever loud, but offering your time. We built our trust in fragile ways, in mornings small and slow, in coffee cups and open books, in things we didn't show. And every time I almost railed from one felt deep and true, you held the silence steady until I turned to you. Love wasn't loud or guaranteed, it was the courage just to breathe. That's where the light learned to stay. Someone see the cracks beneath the clay. Now even when the night appears and shadows draw too near, I know the glow won't fade away, because you taught it how to stay. That's where the light learned to stay. And every word we didn't say stay. Taught it how to stay. We met between two crossing lines on a street that split the dusk in half. You carried books of borrowed time, I carried questions I couldn't ask. The sky was drawn in quiet blueprints of symmetry and chance, and somehow in that fragile grip we fell into romance. No theorem could explain why your touch dissolved my doubt. We are the geometry of us, angels bending into trust, parallel hearts that chose to meet in defiance of infinity. Every distance disappeared when you traced your name, and here love became spontaneous in the geometry of us. Your laughter curved around my edges, softening the sharpest lines. You turned my rigid solitude into something undefined, like circles closing into wholeness, like spirals drawing near. Your silence solved equations I had feared for years. No compass ever knew how to map me back to you. We are the geometry of us. If fate is only random design, then why do your hands fit in mine? Why does every fractured part align within your heart? We are the geometry of us, not perfection, just enough lines once broken, now complete, where your pulse and mine repeat. Even if the world redraws all its cold and rigid laws, we will stay synonymous in the geometry of us. There's a moment just before two hands decide to meet, a fragile breath suspended between retreat and heat, a question in the air, a tremor in the skin, the distance between two heartbeats before they both give in. I felt it when you looked at me, like gravity had grown, pulling every guarded thought into the unknown. Time slowed into a single thread, hanging where no words were said. In the distance between two heartbeats, we chose to fall instead of space where love could be. We have both known shattered nights where trust was thin as glass. We have both held fragile truths we were afraid to pass. But something in your careful touch felt different from before. Not hunger for a fleeting spark, but something deeper at the core. Like two rhythms out of sync, learning how to align, finding harmony inside. An unexpected design, not perfect, not immune, just brave beneath the moon. In the distance between two heartbeats. If love is just a narrow bridge above the rushing doubt, then let us cross it slowly with our defenses laid out. No racing toward illusion, no running from the pain, just standing in the fragile space again and in the distance between two heartbeats, we found the courage to believe that even broken melodies still have room to breathe. And if someday the rhythm shakes and fear begins to speak, remember how our love was born in the quiet between two heartbeats. We used to speak in broken tones, careful not to touch the truth. Two architects of fragile homes, built from fear and half-lived youth. Every word a measured step across a floor of thinning ice. Every promise softly kept came with hidden sacrifice. But something in the quiet changed the night we let the silence stay. No more armor, no defense, no rehearsed lines left to say. And in that stillness we could hear what we had buried ear by ear. After the silence bloomed, love arose inside the room. Not loud, not wild, not fast, but steady enough to last. Like winter turning into spring, like hands that finally cling. After the silence bloomed, we found the truth in blue. Your eyes were oceans without tide, holding storms you never showed. Mine were mirrors cracked by pride, reflecting roads I never chose. We stood there with unguarded It's the fragile sound of hearts admitting they still cared. And when your fingers brushed my sleeve, it felt like learning how to start, not from passion burning bright, but from the ashes of the heart. No fireworks above our heads, just quiet courage where we stood. After the silence bloomed, love arose inside the room. Not perfect, not immune, but tender as the moon. Every scar became a sign that your story touched with mine. After the silence bloomed, we let the light resume. Maybe love is not a flame that blinds us in its heat. Maybe it's the gentle rain that makes surrender sweet. Maybe it's the choice to stay when leaving would be wise. Maybe it's the softer voice that finally says I. The rain began without a sound, just silver on the street. We stood beneath a broken sign where strangers rarely meet. Your jacket brushed against my arm, a current running slow, like something ancient waking up, afraid to let me go. We didn't chase the thunder, we didn't try to hide. We let the evening hold us in its quiet tide. Between the raindrops I found your hand in mine, like every falling second was drawing out a line. No need to say forever, no need to redefine. Between the raindrops, your heartbeat answered mine. Your voice was softer than the wind, but steadier than doubt. You spoke of roads you almost took and dreams that work their way out. I watched the city blur behind the glass of passing cars and realized how near we were to healing old scars. The world kept turning restless, but we were standing still, like time itself was listening to something real. Between the raindrops I felt the weight of grace, young beneath the lantern light, floating wishes down the stream. Paper boats of trembling hope, carrying possible dreams. You said time was just a river we would learn to navigate. I said love was something fragile, balanced softly against fate. The night reflected in your eyes 1,000 futures yet untold, and in the hush of summer air our quiet story took hold. No one heard the vows we made, but the water kept them safe. Lanterns on the river of time, drifting slow beside your hand in mine. Every glow a promise kept, every tear we never wept. Even if the currents pull, even if the moon grows dull, I will follow every sign. Lanterns on the river of time. Seasons turn like turning pages, ink dissolving in the rain. We learn the cost of growing older, we learn the shape of pain. There were nights we almost drifted far beyond each other's shore, but somehow in the darkest tide your voice would call once more. And like a lighthouse in the storm, you found me through the gray, not by force, not by demand, but by choosing me to stay. Time can bend and rearrange, but love remembers every flame. Lanterns on the river of time. If someday we are silver-haired, watching twilight from afar, I will still see lantern light dancing where our young hearts are. Not every dream survives the years, not every vow stays whole, but the ones we dare to keep have anchored to my soul. Lanterns on the river of time, still reflecting in your eyes. Through the storms and shifting skies, through the truth and through the lies, every glow still softly shines across the fragile fall lines. I will walk the winding line. Lanterns on the river of time. Lanterns on the river of There's a street I rarely walk now, though it hasn't moved an inch. Brick and ivy, quiet corners, still untouched by time's slow pinch. A cafe with a wooden door that sings when pushed inside, where we once hid from heavy rain and let the hours slide. The table near the window still catches evening gold, and in the grain of polished wood our younger hands still hold. Some places do not disappear, they simply keep us near. There's a place your name still echoes in the silence after sound, where laughter lingers softly long after you're not around. Every wall remembers, every chair still knows how love once filled the smallest space and made it overflow. Thought that time would dim the light of what we used to be, but memory is stubborn, it rewrites history. Not perfect, not unbroken, we stumbled more than once, but even in our fractures there was something we both loved. You were never just a season passing through my sky, you were the quiet architecture behind every why. And even now I feel the trace of your breath in empty space. There's a place your name still echoes. If love is measured not by length, but by the depth it leaves, then ours was carved in bedrock beneath the autumn leaves. And though we chose different roads where separate futures bend, some loves are not erased, they simply learn to transcend. There's a place your name still echoes through the chambers of my chest, not in sorrow, not in regret, but in a tenderness at rest. Every step I take from here carries what we knew, because the place your name still echoes, still quietly echoes you. I used to build my heart from glass, transparent, thin and brave. I let the sunlight pour right through until it learned to break. The silence after love collapse was louder than goodbye. It echoed through my ribcage like an unanswered cry. I swore I'd close the windows, board up every door, but healing has a quiet way of asking you for more. After the ashes bloom, I found you standing there, not like a sudden wildfire, but like a patient prayer. No rush to save the ruins, no need to rewrite doom. You held my shaking hands, and something dared to bloom. You didn't try to fix the cracks or sweep the past away. You traced the fault lines gently where old reflections lay. Your laughter didn't drown the pain, it folded into mine like harmony discovering a long forgotten line. You taught my fractured courage to open just enough to let a fragile sunrise break through the dust. After the ashes bloom, you stood without demand, no promises of rescue, just your steady hand. No fevered declarations, no reckless undertone, just to rebuild hearts, learning to be home. Love the second time around is quieter but strong. It doesn't scream forever, it simply stays along. It knows the cost of falling, it knows the weight of flame, and still it lights a candle without a need for fame. Not burning down in chaos, but choosing how to burn. No longer afraid of loss, no longer carved by doom in the soil of what we survived. Something dared to bloom. And if the past still whispers and no longer defines, because love after the fire is gentler, and it's mine. happen all at once. No lightning from above, just quiet bricks of patience stacked carefully with love. We argued over little things, we learned to disagree. We stumbled through misunderstandings, searching how to be. But every crack that threatened us became a place to start. Instead of building walls apart, we built a wider heart. No blueprint in our hands, just faith in where we stand. We built a sky between us, wide enough to breathe, high enough for broken wings to dare again to leave. Every fear that once confined lost its shadow in the light. We built a sky between us and filled it with our fight. There were mornings thick with silence, heavy as the rain. Moments when the past returned with its familiar pain. But instead of turning distant or retreating into pride, we chose the harder courage to remain side by side. You taught me how to listen, I taught you how to wait. Somewhere in that gentle space we rewrote fate. Love is not a perfect view, it's choosing what is true. We built a sky between us. If someday clouds should gather and doubt begins to rise, remember how we stood before with trembling but open eyes. We are not untouched by storms, we are not immune, but we have learned to see the stars, even in monsoon. close like folded prayers. We sit between the quiet sighs of midnight, hanging in the air. Your fingers trace familiar lines across the silence on my skin, as if the dark itself designed a place for us to begin. No thunder, no applause, no grand parade of stars, just your heartbeat next to mine, undoing who we are. When the world goes quiet for us and every restless sound dissolves, I hear your love in every breath, like something sacred, unresolved. No noise can break this fragile hush, no doubt can't pull us apart. When the world goes quiet for us, I finally hear your heart. I finally hear your heart. The coffee's cold, the candle's low, but neither one of us complains, because the warmth we've come to know is not the kind that flames explain. Outside the rain begins to fall, soft percussion on the glass, but in this room it's barely small compared to what we have. No fireworks reignite, no spotlight finds our names, but in the dark our shadows blend, and nothing feels the same. When the world goes quiet for us and even time forgets to move, I feel you whisper in my bones, like something ancient, something true. No fear can reach this tender hush, no past can leave its scar. When the world goes quiet for us, that's where we really are. Maybe love was never meant to shout above the crowd. Maybe it was always this, a vow we say without a sound. If tomorrow steals the light and leaves us in the dark, I will still find you by the echo of your heart. When the world goes quiet for us and every restless sound dissolves, I hear forever in your breath, like something fragile yet so strong. Let the chaos fade to dust, let the silence start. When the world goes quiet for us, that's where I keep your heart. That's where I keep your heart. We once let silence grow too tall between the words we meant. We watched our pride build careful walls and called it self-defense. There were nights of restless doubt when distance felt like fate. Two stubborn hearts convinced themselves that love had come too late. But time has a forgiving way of softening regret, and every road that led away somehow led back yet. Because beneath Our pulse was beating fast on the day we learned to begin again. We laid our weapons down, not as strangers full of blame, but as souls newly found. We did not promise perfect peace or rewrite history. We simply chose to stand once more in fragile honesty. Your voice was softer than before, less certain, more sincere. No longer chasing victory, just wanting to be near. I felt the weight of former words hovering in the room, but instead of letting them define, we gave each other room. Second chances are not naive, they are painfully aware. They know exactly what was lost and still decide to care. So here we are with open scars, no longer hiding who we are. On the day we learn to begin love the second time around is quieter but strong. It does not rush to conquer fear, it walks with it along. We are now who we once were, and that is why we stand, not repeating yesterday, but holding different On the day we learn to begin again, we rewrote what could be, not erasing every tear, but choosing clarity. And if tomorrow tests our will, as life so often can, we'll remember how we stood and learn to begin.